News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, a physical fight results in 3 arrests, and a ribbon cutting is held for a new storage facility. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Police surround a business for a fight in progress. It's Friday, May 17th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. It was a frightening scenario as 4 young people began to physically fight, according to police, and one draws a weapon near a business early this afternoon. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to a fight in progress near Napa Auto Parts and J&T Cleaners on Dandelion Street. Dispatch reported that 4 males were physically in an altercation and a gun was allegedly pulled during the fight. 2 males fled the scene behind the business in the desert. 2 males fled the scene in the desert behind the business and were detained by Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies. The other 2 males were detained in front of the business. According to the owner of J&T Cleaners, the fight occurred inside the Napa Auto Parts, and one individual allegedly broke the front windshield of a car parked in the parking lot. According to Nye County Sheriff's Office Lieutenant David Barukowitz, 3 individuals were taken into custody and transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. 1 individual is facing charges of wielding a weapon. Well, Daylight Pass Road in Death Valley National Park has reopened after being closed for several days due to a commercial vehicle that caught fire. Commercial trucks are prohibited on park roads, and park rangers are concerned about safety hazards posed by frequent violations of this restriction. Officials say on May 11th, a man driving a tractor-trailer headed towards Las Vegas on US 95 took a wrong turn in Beatty. As the driver entered the park about 9 miles from Beatty, he passed a sign prohibiting trucks. The incident happened as the truck descended the west side of Daylight Pass. Park rangers noticed smoke in the area around 2 p.m. and responded with a fire engine to find the truck and its cargo of hay bales engulfed in flames. The driver, a 44-year-old man from El Cajon, California, was transported by ambulance for medical assistance. Well, let's go to Angela Miles right now for today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, Goldman Sachs is the latest firm on Wall Street worried about trade tensions. Goldman is reported to be scaling back on its overweight exposure to emerging market assets. Goldman is waiting, like the rest of Wall Street, for more clarity. The Trump administration has a deadline on Saturday. The choice is whether to add duties on European car imports. Tesla is facing questions about its semi-autonomous driving system. The NTSB determined a Model S was using the autopilot system during a deadly crash in Florida March 1st. Tesla maintains drivers need to remain engaged. That system is designed only to assist. Boeing says it's ready with a software update for its 737 MAX jets. There's also an updated training for pilots. It follows 2 fatal crashes. The aircraft company is working with the FAA in hopes of getting the jet back in service. No date has been set yet.
Well, we'll have more news right after this break, including a new business opening up here in town.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Well, Lakeside Storage held a ribbon cutting today with the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce.
Hello, my name is Hunter Demaris. I'm the Membership and Sponsorship Coordinator for the Pahrump Valley Chamber of Commerce. And we are very happy to be here today to celebrate Larry and Debbie Strickland as they open their newest business called Lakeside Storage, located at 5721 South Homestead. You may know Debbie and Larry as Strickland Construction. They have been part of the Pahrump community for many years. We welcome them as one of our newest chamber members and plan to be part of the success as their businesses grow. So with great pleasure, Debbie and Larry, we invite you to cut that ribbon.
do the same thing. There's Cat.
Yeah, really.
Back it off a little. All right, there now.
If we ever do this again, we got to get your you got to get your hunting knife out here and do it.
At Lakeside Storage, this is where you want to store your stuff. We've got 62 units open now, and we'll have 132 when we're complete. You'll find us as 5721 South Homestead across from Lakeside Casino.
One time we had 5 licenses. We do steel buildings, home construction, septic systems, water wells, water systems, underground pad building, when we have time.
We love our community, and we have found that if you're diverse in a community, you have the ability to be successful. It's rather hard to have just one business and rely on that. So we've been fortunate. We have Strickland Construction, T&M Group Realty, and now Lakeside Storage, which is going to give us more financial freedom and less of it, we won't have to work as hard. First off, we live on site, and I think most of your viewers realize that Larry and I are avid shooters. We enjoy going out and pursuing the shooting sports, so we protect our property and our things. You'll find that we are completely fenced. We have a kiosk system, a key entry system where you put your number in and you gain access. And also we've got a security system that's amazing. It's all video. We have it at our TV. We sit. There's a one right next to our TV, so if anybody comes and goes, we know it. It's in our main house and, of course, in the Lakeside facility when you walk in.
We have a room for like 4 or 5 RVs, but we're wanting to put in 50 or 60 covered RV storage units, and if the world works out, we're going to put a climate control in.
Wow.
We've got all the air conditioners and all that kind of stuff purchased for it, and the solar and all that kind of good stuff, so that will come in the future.
And any Facebook or website, find out the deals?
Well, you know what? I'm not very good at marketing myself, I'll tell you the truth. My daughter, Tawny Wald, is the manager of Lakeside Storage, and she has been Facebooking. I'm sure you all know that, but I don't. 775-727-4600, just like the Strickland Construction number.
All right, come on down. Congratulations on joining the chamber and cutting the ribbon. I saw you do that.
Yeah, and I watched them do it last weekend, and it did work well then.
We've been 25 years with members of the chamber. That's how long we've had our business.
Congratulations. Well, a severe weather outbreak begins affecting the central U.S. and could last until the middle of next week across the eastern 2/3 of the country, bringing the threat of tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds. Nebraska, northern Kansas, and eastern Colorado are under a tornado watch until 10 p.m. tonight. The northern plains and mid-Atlantic and Texas are under severe storm watches. More than 50 million people could be affected based on areas at risk for severe weather. Storms will likely affect populated areas such as Dallas, Houston, and Oklahoma City. The threats include damaging winds, tornadoes, and large hail that could exceed the size of a tennis ball or baseball. On Sunday, the storm system is expected to continue east, targeting Midwest states such as Illinois, Indiana, and Michigan. The National Weather Service issued a wind advisory from 5 a.m. through 8 p.m. Sunday for the eastern and western Mojave Desert, including Lake Mead, Lake Mojave, Las Vegas Valley, and the Spring Mountains. And a winter weather advisory is issued from 11 p.m. Saturday through 5 p.m. on Sunday for the eastern Sierra Slopes. Well, for the past few years, neighbors in Gabbs have been trying to get a property cleaned up. The Board of County Commissioners had an item on their agenda to direct the district attorney to bring legal proceedings for the abatement of a nuisance property located at 701 3rd Street in Gabbs, Nevada. This property has been an issue since it was first brought to the attention of county officials on November 3rd of 2015. The issue seems to stem from the fact that the property owner had died, and officials had to locate the current owner, which was put in a trust. Pictures of the property show a mobile home in extreme disrepair. The Board of County Commissioners discussed the issue on the May 7th meeting date.
Marla Slotek, on behalf of the District Attorney's Office. I did speak with the complainant in great detail yesterday. She advised that if in the future the complainant would like to submit another complaint to the clerk's office, she would. The numerous people up in Gabbs are coming up with creative ideas to try to address this nuisance. In addition, it is in its going into its second year of non-payment of taxes. So they have some great ideas. They are okay with this being rescinded, and if they want to bring it again, they will, but they are trying very creative ways to come together as a community and perhaps address this nuisance.
Good answer. I like that. Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, Chris.
Motion and a second to approve. Further discussion. Public comment? All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Unanimous.
Much more news when News 25 returns after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, Valley Electric says that they have been getting reports of solar salespeople going door to door pretending to be from the electrical co-op. Interim CEO Richard Peck wants residents to call and report the incidents.
Well, I understand that these people are representing the fact that they represent Valley Electric, and believe me, that do not listen to them. These folks are out there soliciting business for the companies that they represent. We have no employees going door to door to sell solar panels. So again, make sure that the people that are trying to represent themselves as Valley Electric employees call us, let us know, because we want to make darn sure we're going to notify the Nye County Sheriff, and really quickly, to make sure that this is nothing but a scam artist trying to determine and have some economic favor for them. There's no time until we go door to door at all on any function or any activities that I can think of right now. I would immediately call you can call us, but I would also make two calls, one to us and one to the sheriff's office. I don't care which order you call, but please, believe me, that's fraud, and they can't be doing that.
Get as much information from the individual who's at your door. If you can get a business card from them, their vehicle description or a license plate. That would be really, really helpful to both us and to the sheriff's office here in Nye County. If you would like to report anything to the Nye County Sheriff's Office, call 775-751-7000. You can remain anonymous. Well, here's Maria Guerra with today's entertainment report.
Nevada Highway Patrol says expect big traffic delays as the biggest dance party in the world comes to Las Vegas this weekend. The party will be held May 17th through 19th at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. General admission for this is already sold out. This rave goes from dawn till dusk. This year's lineup features more than 250 electronic dance music performers on 8 various stages. The names include Above and Beyond, Steve Aoki, Deadmau5, David Guetta, Cascade, and Tiesto. To find out more, including watching it streamed live, go to EDC on the web. Tom Petty's children have filed a lawsuit over his estate. Adria Petty and Anakin Violet are asking for $5 million in damages, plus attorney's fees from Petty's wife of 16 years, York Petty, in Los Angeles Superior Court. The daughters, who are from Petty's first marriage to Jane Benio, claim that York hasn't allowed them enough say in how the rocker's estate will be managed, since the singer died at the age of 66 in 2017 of an accidental drug overdose. Petty's daughters assert in the lawsuit that Petty gave equal responsibility over his estate to them and York Petty. The daughters accuse York Petty of gross mismanagement of Tom Petty Unlimited, which handles all of his assets. A show that was produced by Steve Harvey is replacing him with a new host. On the heels of the news that his daytime talk show, Steve, has been canceled, NBC has announced that Melissa McCarthy will replace Harvey as the host of Little Big Shots, the comedy variety show featuring children, launched in 2016 and was executive produced by Harvey and Ellen DeGeneres. Disney has released the trailer for the new film Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. This is a sequel from the 2014 film loosely based on Villainess from Sleeping Beauty. Angelina Jolie's Maleficent looks to be locking horns with Queen Ingrid, played by Michelle Pfeiffer. This time around, Elle Fanning reprises her role as Aurora. the formerly cursed princess and Maleficent's goddaughter and the Queen of the Moors. Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, flies into theaters October 18th. Reporting for News 25, I'm Maria Guerra, and this is your entertainment this week.
Thanks so much, Maria. Well, Nye County Tax Assessor Sherry Stringer spoke to the Board of County Commissioners recently about staffing issues.
On the April 30th Board of County Commissioners meeting, a discussion was had for a new position for the Nye County Assessor's Office. The position is a critical one, as stated by Nye County Assessor Sherry Stringer, with the position being a senior property appraiser. In the backup, it stated that it's important to mount a successful defense of valuation appeals, the defense being their assessments, with the Board of Equalization meeting once a year. If there is a case, states Sherry Stringer, the senior property appraiser would meet with the Board of Equalization. And she states that we already had 6 this year, with 2 taking them to the state. Commissioner Cox asks if the new position could help the mapping department, which they are short-handed in. However, it would require a different type of training, so it wouldn't help. When asked by Commissioner Blundo why the job is so critical, Sherry Stringer responds with,
This year alone, we're looking at $52 million in taxable value in new construction. Okay, that equates out to an assessed value of $18.2 million with a tax dollar of $620,547.20 at today's current tax rate. Okay, that's only on permits, because as we know in Nye County, Pahrump, all the smaller towns, they don't get permits for everything. So as we do our appraisals, they are out there. We pick up a garage, we pick up fences, we pick up concrete. So this is just what's on permits. So I can't tell you additionally how much more we will pick up this year in new construction value. I see that it's substantial. Dennis Reed, who used to be the senior property appraiser, has been gone from the county since 2003, 2004. They've never replaced that position. I feel it is critical. We do have a need for it when we have to figure out our land values for each year, because they're done on a yearly basis. We're scrambling at the end of the year to try and get those figures done, because we don't have a dedicated person. We used to have that dedicated person. We don't anymore. You know, we try and cut corners as best we can. We've never gone over our budget in the 5 years I've been here. I don't know if it ever happened under my predecessor, but you know, I take pride in that.
And this comes out of your budget, right? You have money set aside to help pay for this? No?
No, this is not in.
All out of the county budget?
No.
Well, you work for the county.
No, this is
so
a
what
new.
can I
This
say?
is a new position.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman?
There's no grants available, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that's probably the extent of the questions. I just wondered where the funding was coming from, and there's no grants available to help you with.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so it's fully on our back. So.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Let's see what it looks like outside. I hear we are in store for some wild weather. It hasn't started yet. Still beautiful out there. We'll find out more right after this break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 74 degrees and a low of 56. In Death Valley, a high of 85, a low of 62. 73.48 in Amargosa. In Beatty at 69.44. 58.35 in Goldfield. Tonopah with a high of 54, a low of 33. Carson City at 56.34. Fallon at 60.37. And Fernley at 60.36. Now today in Pahrump, we had some mostly sunny skies. The high was 71 degrees. Winds coming out the west at 8 miles per hour, 22% humidity, and our sunrise at 5:36 a.m. For tonight, it's currently 71 degrees outside with clear skies. Our low tonight is expected to be 50 degrees with winds coming out of the north-northwest at 5 miles per hour. our humidity at 33%, and our sunset around 7:44 p.m. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we still are expecting that rain about the beginning of next week. For our temperatures anyway, on Saturday we're going to have a high of 78 and a low of 56. On Sunday, a 20% chance of rain with a high of 67 and a low of 47. Monday, a 10% chance with a high of 70, a low of 48. Tuesday, with a 20%, a high of 70, a low of 50. Wednesday, with a 40% chance of rain, the high of 68, a low of 51. Thursday, with a 20% chance of rain at 71, 53. And then Friday, a high of 77 and a low of 55. So now if you can't make it home in time to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live every night at 5, as well as any other news and updates. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thank you so much, Michael. Well, I want to wish my brother Randy a very happy birthday. Everyone else, have a great weekend. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Good night.